Thanks, Shal. Thanks for that. Well, the fear of swine flu has affected the revival of air traffic in the Asia-Pacific region, while international passenger traffic has shown a decline of 7.2% in June as compared to the same month the previous year due to weak demand. IATA has said, well, international passenger load factor was about 75.3% for June this year, down from 77.6% recorded in June last year. Ankur Bhatia is now joining us. He's the MD of the Bird Group, to see what the impact has been on the travel industry. Good evening, Ankur. Thanks for being on UTVi. Now, is there a cause of concern for the travel industry in India?
Well, I would say yes and no, because this thing of swine flu had already started a couple of months back, but the recent indications of more news getting developed in India has actually started to take a toll, as you rightly pointed out, specifically also for tourists and visiting friends and relative traffic coming into the country. We've seen cancellations happening of people who are of Indian origin wanting to come back, especially after the cases which have been reported. Going out, since we were hitting a long weekend with 3 holidays coming in, we've seen some cancellations. I haven't got today's data, but yesterday we'd seen 15-16% cancellations happening, and with more cases happening today, I don't see that improving.
Ankur, do you think the impact of swine flu is more on outbound traffic or traffic coming into India?
Well, it's both. In fact, a lot of Indians, non-resident Indians, do come back during this time, and that has got affected for inbound tourists. Unfortunately, or actually fortunately, this is not a very high season for tourists to come in, but we are just going into the high season, and the news of deaths, specifically from India, is not helping the cause of an already industry which is under pain due to economic recession. Outbound, of course, we've seen we normally get peaks, and we had a peak in this weekend, and we've seen cancellations happening because of that. So I would say it is both on inbound as well as outbound.
Ankur, the travel industry has to get up for this. Airlines, airport terminals have to sort of take stock of the situation, and they are seeing as the first front and the first front for fighting this and to sort of make sure that it does not spread. Now, what are the steps that the industry can actually take or should be taking to help the government on this front?
Well, I think the industry, as we've seen during the SARS outbreak, countries like Singapore and Malaysia, especially Southeast Asia, had actually installed scanners, IR scanners. Now in India, the airports I haven't seen, though I travel a lot, but I haven't seen any of the airports having that. So basically, it's just the form which has been given out, and you're not physically checking every passenger. If those can be put in, and if the industry can actually come together to actually have that put in, so that we are not allowing any more cases, any import of any of these cases coming into the country, I think that will definitely help. And as far as going out, of course, as everybody is saying, this is as common as a normal flu, it is just a matter of creating that. The good part about it is that we've actually just seen recovery happening in overall travel, because last year was a lower period already, and because of this whole thing, we might not just see a huge impact in terms of negativity plainly because of swine flu. A lot of people for business who have to travel will travel. I don't think that is a major deterrent, but it is basically for leisure travelers which it takes its toll on.
Right, thanks very much for all those details there, Ankur. Ankur telling us that there is, of course, an impact of the swine flu on traffic, both coming into India and people from India who were traveling abroad. We'll take a small break here on the show, but when we come back on Business 360, we'll take a look at how the US markets are trading this Monday.